Hey, it's Jennifer from Happiness is Homemade 4, and welcome to my channel. Alright y'all, today we are gonna make a giant spider wreath using a lot of Dollar Tree supplies. The only thing that's not Dollar Tree is my Deco mesh, but you can get Deco mesh at Dollar Tree, at Walmart. I get mine at Hobby Lobby. Michael sells it. You can kind of get it anywhere. But what you're gonna want is, I am using the 14-inch wire wreath frame from Dollar Tree. So I got this one. I'm also going to use black pipe cleaners. And I have Hobby Lobby black Deco mesh. I definitely need one of these. So I may use two, but don't worry. By the time we're done, you're going to know exactly what to do. But I may use two just because I want it to be full and I don't want any like open spots. And also, to make it a spider wreath, you are gonna want to go to Dollar Tree and get some witch legs. Y'all, get 4 of these. That way you have a total of 8 spider legs, but you only need about 4 because it's a 2-pack. This comes in green, orange, and purple. I kind of went with this green color because I thought it was so bright and fun. So this is like the main thing that you're gonna need for your wreath. We're also gonna add some big eyes to it. We're gonna add some like ribbons and bows and maybe some more like colorful mesh, maybe even a witch hat. I'm not sure yet. I've never made one of these before. I saw a really cute one on Pinterest and I just, like my mind just started running. So I'm going to adjust the camera. That way we can get started on our giant spider wreath. And let me just say, this is gonna be a cute spider wreath. It's not gonna be like scary, spooky. It's gonna be cute. Also, if you've never made a wreath with me before, I love to take my time and show you step by step. That way you know exactly what to do when we're done. But also don't worry, making a wreath takes me quite a while, but I'm going to edit this as best as I can. That way it's not too long for you. But all right, I'm gonna adjust the camera. That way you can see exactly what to do. So, okay, I'm so excited. All right, so the wreath form, to me it has 6 sections. So I consider this in between each little bracket right here a section. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. So we are gonna put 4 pipe cleaners in each section. So you're gonna need a total of 24 pipe cleaners. And what I'm gonna do on the outside, these 2 outside rings, you're gonna take your pipe cleaner, you're gonna go through it, kind of get your ends lined up about the same length, and then you're gonna give it a tight little twist. And you only need 1 little twist just to hold that in place. Okay, so you're gonna go about 1 inch or so away from this little crossbar. I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Get my ends about the same length of each other. And I'm gonna do 1 tight little twist. All right, so now I have 2 on the outside. So now I have 2 on these outside bars. All right. Now we are gonna come to the inside 2 bars in that same little section. And we're gonna do 2 more. So I'm gonna put that right there. I'm gonna do 1 tight little twist. All right, so I'm gonna put that one about right there. And we're gonna do 1 more on the inside of these 2 little, inner rings. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna do a good tight twist. All right, so you see, we now have a total of 4 pipe cleaners in this one section. Okay, so we have, here's your 2 outer rings. We have 2 up here. And on the 2 inner rings, we also have 2. We're gonna do the same thing all the way around this. I'll show you again. So the very next section, we're gonna put 2 on the outer 2 rings. So you're gonna go over about 1 inch from this little crossbar. And you're gonna do 1 good tight little twist. And we're gonna do 1 more right here. Make sure it goes around the 2 outer rings. Tight little twist. All right, now the two inner rings, we're going to do the exact same thing. Get your little ends about the same length of each other and do one tight little twist. And then go over some in between. We're going to do the same thing. Our ends about the same. And do one tight little twist. Alright, so like I said, each section has 4. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the same thing to all of these really quick. Alright, look at this. Okay, so like I said, there is now a total of 24 pipe cleaners going all the way around this. Each section has 4 pipe cleaners. Alright, now we are going to do something totally different than we have in the past. We are just going to do a continuous like ruffle. There's not going to be any cutting to this at all. There's no measuring, no cutting. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your roll of mesh, just take your end, kind of pinch that all together, okay. Just like that. I got all that bundled right there, and pick any pipe cleaner you want to start at on the outer ring. I'll go right here. I'll start at, right here, this one. I'm going to lay this whole little bundle right here into that pipe cleaner, and I'm going to give this a couple good tight twists. Alright, so that's now attached right there. Alright, so what you're going to do now is, I'm going to hold this right here, I'm going to pull this up to the center of my forearm, okay? The only measurement I'm doing is just knowing that each time I'm going to go about to the center of my forearm. Right there, I'm now going to go to the next pipe cleaner, and I'm going to sit it down right there. And I'm going to do a good tight twist. And that's it. Okay, now where that one is in there, I'm now going to hold right there. Once again, I'm going to drag it up to about the center of my forearm. I'm going to pinch that. I'm going to go to that very next pipe cleaner, and I'm going to do a good tight twist. Same thing. I'm going to pinch right there where that pipe cleaner is. I'm going to drag that up about halfway up my forearm. This is going to make sure that my loops are about the same size of each other without having to constantly measure it. So, tight twist. All right. I'm going to pinch that about halfway up my forearm. I'm going to pinch it, and I'm going to I'm going to put it right back down in that very next pipe cleaner. I'm not skipping any pipe cleaners around the bottom. Okay, so now, once again, I'm going to hold that, pinch it right there in that center, drag it about halfway up my forearm, and I'm going to lay that down in that very next pipe cleaner, and I'm going to do a good tight twist. This is very repetitive. Pinch it, drag it up to your spot on your forearm that you chose, and just lay it down into that center of your very next pipe cleaner. Okay, you're going to notice that was my last open pipe cleaner. Okay, but I still have this gap right here. So I'm going to go ahead, my very first one that we started at, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pinch that, I'm going to go up my arm, and I'm going to take it to that pipe cleaner. Okay, even though this is where I started, that's where that little tail is, that's where we started, I'm still going to lay that right down in there. And once again, I'm going to do a good tight twist with the pipe cleaner. Alright, now we want to go up to the inner ones. Alright, so this pipe cleaner that's right here, on top of it, same thing. I'm going to pinch it, I'm going to measure it, and I'm just going to go up, and I'm going to lay that into that first open pipe cleaner right there. I'm going to do a tight twist. Alright, y'all. You're just going to repeat going around the inner circle doing the same thing. Pinch it, measure up your arm, and just move over to the very next open pipe cleaner. Do not skip a pipe cleaner. You're just gonna go straight down, straight around. All right, this is our last open one at the top. So same thing. Just gonna lay that right down in the center. All right, now, I don't have a lot left of this, but I am gonna go around the top all over again. So what I have left, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna continue to measure out just like we've been doing, and I'm just gonna go around the top all over again with what I have left over. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the very next pipe cleaner and do one good tight twist. Same thing, measured out, I'm gonna go to that same spot, and I'm going to just go to that very next pipe cleaner. This is gonna make this really thick and full. All right, I have a little bit left of this row right here. So I'm gonna just take all that off there. And then once again, the end of the material is right there. I'm just gonna pinch it together, kind of get another little tail going on. And I'm gonna go to the very next, pipe cleaner. And I'm gonna stick it right down in the center of my very next pipe cleaner on the top. All right, that is one whole row. So let's kind of like fluff this out to see if we need to use the second one or not. All you're gonna do, just take your loops, kind of stick your hand in between each one and just fluff it out. You're gonna go all around the bottom, get everything nice and full. All your loops kind of opened up, get them big and full. All right, see how nice and full that is? All right, we still have an opening right here though, y'all. I didn't say, I've never made one of these before, so I'm trying to figure out how to fill in this opening. But I think I can really disguise it with like the eyes and some ribbon. So I may just kind of leave this as just using one row. What it is, it's 10 inches wide and it's 10 yards long. Like I said, I got mine at Hobby Lobby. I think they're now like $8.99 with 40% off. All right, I've got these eyes from Dollar Tree. They may be a little too big. That's a big-eyed spider. Okay, but do you see the way they look? I wish they just had like white eyes. So, because like I said, I want mine to be more like cutesy and not like, I'm about to get you. What I want to do is, I think, it's got like this plastic coating around the top, this little plastic lid. I think I can get this open and I'm gonna try to paint it. I've got one of these utility knives from Dollar Tree. This is like the little crafter, or not crafter, the tool bench section with all the tools. So I mean, obviously it's like a box cutter. It's a blade, so that is sharp. Be careful. I'm gonna see if I can go around and try to like get this to come undone. Yeah, I'm just gonna slowly and carefully go around and I'm just trying to cut off this. All right, I got that to cut off there. You know what, because I don't need that. I'm just gonna take my box cutter, lightly cut that, and I'm just gonna rip that off. There you go. Don't overthink it, just kind of go with it. All right, I can't get this brown off, so you know what, I'm just gonna cut that, because this eye's a little too big anyways. So I'm just gonna cut that right on off. Yeah, that's kind of crafting we're doing today. We're just gonna cut it right off there. So, because of that, I now don't need this big old white circle anymore. I'll put that on here. I'm gonna lay that right down there, right on the center of this. I'm gonna trace that out. I'm gonna cut that out really quick. All right, and the best part is, that's already white. So now I don't have to worry about painting it white. All right, I'm gonna take a little black paint. I'm just gonna paint my pupil. paint marker. I think it's almost empty. I need a new one. Alright, I'm gonna let that one dry. Y'all, same thing. I'm gonna take this the little box cutter utility knife thing. I'm gonna go carefully underneath of that rim of the plastic. And I'm gonna slowly, carefully, I'm just gonna cut this off. And I'm gonna paint this one. I mean, they're not even like the same size pupils, but that's okay. That's what makes it kind of like a wonky, cute little spider. So we got our little eyeballs. What I want to do is, I want to give her a little sparkle to her eyes. So I got a white paint marker, paint pen. This is the Crafter Square section of Dollar Tree. Y'all, you can get these like at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anywhere. But the Crafter Square section of Dollar Tree does sell these. And I think what I want to do, I have this star stencil, Crafter Square section. I think I'm going to do a little star in her eyes. I'm going to do the smallest little star on here. And just kind of put it up in the little corner. And I'm just going to do my paint marker. Oop. Oh, look how cute! It just put like a little star, just a little twinkle in her eye. I'm gonna show you something. Okay, yes, we all make mistakes. I got a little carried away with the paint marker on this one. So that's why I had to redo this one too. But just to show you that yes, I messed up. You know what? I'm just gonna try to wipe that off. I'll paint black and then just redo it. Just really quick, I'm going to hot glue the little plastic coverings back on. That way, if you do put this on your front porch, you don't have to worry about it ruining this cardboard. Alright, I'm just gonna do a little thing of hot glue. Just kind of lightly going around the little edge of my eyeball. So you don't need a lot of glue, just a little. That outer little edging. Just gonna kind of go around and trim at my edges. All right, there's our eyeballs. Okay, so now we are going to make a bow. Of course, you know we gotta have a bow. As always, we're gonna pinch that tail. We're gonna make our loop. We're gonna pinch it. This right here, that's going straight up in the air. We're just gonna flip that down. And we're gonna pinch all that right there together. Get your little tail out. Okay. Make sure your loops are about the same size of each other. If it's not, it's okay. Just readjust and pinch it again. Get those about the same size of each other. Alright, so you got that loop. Alright, as always, I'm gonna take a chip clip or a clothespin. I'm gonna pinch that together so I can set that right there. Now I'm gonna take some bats. It's bats. Alright, once again, I'm gonna pinch a tail. Alright, so we got our tail pinched. This is straight down. The print is facing towards me. I'm gonna loop that up towards the back and I'm gonna pinch it right there. I got my first loop. Okay. Now this, I'm going straight up in the air. And I'm going to bend this forwards. And we'll pinch all that right there together. Alright, so I've got my tail. Here's the long that's still attached. And then I got two more loops. 2 loops. Make sure about the same size of each other. Alright, so I got that. I'm going to take all of this and pinch that. Now, I'm not going to go straight on top, okay? I'm going to twist it and make basically like an X with it. Now I'm going to take my chip clip, I'm going to pinch that together. That way I can sit this down. Now this print right here, all of this ribbon is from Dollar Tree, and it's the same old print they always have. I'm going to cut 2 strips. And I'm just going to use the first one to measure out the second one. So it's as long as you want it to be. I'll cut that So some pretty purple in there too. So that first one that I cut, same thing. I'm just gonna measure it out to that first one. And then I'll cut that one. And then I'll do it again. Measure this one out, right there. Do that cut. So I'm gonna mix that up. I'm gonna do purple, spooky, purple, spooky. All right, we're gonna pick up our little bundle that is chip clipped right here. I'm gonna pinch that right in the center where everything was. I'm gonna take this little bundle right here and I'm gonna lay it right across the center of this little bundle. Same thing, I'm gonna pick up this little bundle right here and I'm gonna lay it across the center of this bundle. Bundle, make it an X. It's a bundle, make it an X. Okay. I'm gonna take a pipe cleaner, just like we used for the wreath. Take this, I'm gonna lay it straight across the center where my thumb is holding everything together. I'm gonna wrap that around towards the back. I'm gonna pick all that up and kind of close it. Okay. So now, this pipe cleaner, I'm gonna pinch it and I'm gonna do some really good, tight twist. All right, now, all of this is now attached to each other. It's not gonna come undone. Now I can take my loops and start fluffing them out, making them nice and full and adjusting everything so that we can see all the beautiful different ribbons. Right. Take these little strips that we did and just fluff them out. Just kind of like open and fan them out. Just like that. Same thing, just open, kind of like fan them all out. You just want to make sure you can see everything. All right, yeah. See how pretty that's looking? All right, so these right here that's still attached to my rosa ribbon, I'm now just going to cut these off. All right. Now all of my ends, I'm going to dovetail them. I'm just going to fold them over in half, and I'm going to cut up at an angle. Fold that up, fold that over in half. My seam, because I've got it going straight up in the air, the seam where it's folded over, I'm going to put my scissors up at an angle, and it gives you that perfect dovetail. All right, so I'm going to do that to all of these big ends. Or you can even dovetail like the little strips. It just really complete your project by doing that. Alright, so once again, just go ahead and just fluff everything out. Get your bow as full and pretty as you want, and you can even add more stuff to this. The piping from Dollar Tree would be so pretty looped in here too, which we could do that because you know what? The pipe cleaners I still have attached. I can pull it up towards the top center, and then I can take this green and I can make some loops. It's basically like a figure eight. Just keep doing that. Just doing some eights. Just keep looping and just making like a figure eight. I'm gonna cut that off. So this right here, like I said, all I did was make some eights. I'm gonna take this right here where I'm pinching the center. I'm gonna wrap it down in that pipe cleaner that I pulled up towards the top. Lay that right down in there. And I'll just take some good tight twist with that same pipe cleaner. And then I can take it and turn it back around towards the back. And I still have these legs, the tails, if I need to attach it to anything. Look. Look how full and cute. It's so colorful. Alright, so our wreath, we're going to put over here for a minute. The bow we just made, we're just going to stick over there for a minute. And our eyes. Alright, now is where we're going to get like creative. Our witch legs. I got Dollar Tree bags. Dollar Tree bags, garbage bags, stuffing, whatever you want to use. I always have Dollar Tree bags, Walmart bags, and stuff around here. And, okay, I've got this wired jute cord from Dollar Tree. Y'all, if you got like wire or something, I'm gonna try to use this because I want to be able to pose my legs. All right. Let's try one really quick to see how this is gonna work. All right, I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut it off this ring. Just cut straight across right up here. All right, so got our little witch leg. One little witch leg gave me two. And I'm gonna take some bags, kind of like twist them, and I'm gonna shove it into this witch leg. And by doing this, it's kind of waterproof. Yeah, and look, one bag has filled up this whole little leg for me. So that is great. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. All right, what I have noticed is because, you know, it's a pair of legs, so the shoes do go opposite directions, and you notice the stitching. So all of these are going the same direction. I got over in this pile, in this one. So I should have 4 going that direction. You know, see that stitching on the back? I'm gonna turn it over so I know that all of these legs right here are gonna go on this side of my spider. So I've got 4 and 4. All right, now let's try to take this wire from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna try a little painter's tape because the end, because it's wire, it's jagged. It's wanting to get stuck on her little leg. So I'm gonna see if I can like tape this up or something, and if it'll push through easier without snagging. All right, let's try that. Just see. Yes, it does. Scotch tape, whatever you have. All right, so let's see. If I bend this, is it gonna stay? It does. All right, that's perfect. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add the wire to all of these little legs. Oh wow, all right. This is my last one and I have plenty from just that one thing of jute wire. So you only need one bundle of that. All right, same thing, I'm just gonna work this through really quick. Well, carefully, but push that through. All right, I want to try to make these like really colorful and cute. I've got some purple Deco mesh from Dollar Tree, and I also have this glittery tulle stuff. Let's see if we can like put this together. All right, so this, I'm just gonna roll out a little bit. I'm gonna cut that off. All right, I'm not measuring anything. So I'm gonna take that. Ooh, look how pretty that is. And you know what? I'm not gonna like measure, but I am gonna kind of get these about the same length of each other. All right, kind of cut that. Take this, I'm gonna kind of like do like a soft little roll. Just a soft little roll up like that. I'm gonna put it right here between my thumb and forefinger. All right, same thing with this. I'm just gonna kind of give it a little row on that end. I'm gonna take this end, I'm gonna do a little row, kind of meet in the middle. So I have this cute little like bow tie look. I'm gonna take that little orange that we just did. All right, try to fluff that out, looking like that. I'm gonna take a pipe cleaner. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna wrap it around this little bundle right here. And I'm going to twist that really good around it. And look, all right, let's see if we can put this around her little ankle. like onto her boot. See if we can make this nice and cute. Alright, give me some good little tight twists back here. And I'm gonna bend it. And then pinch it all down. Yeah, and then look what it did to her little shoe. How cute is that? Alright, same thing. Kind of roll that out somewhat. Cut it. Same thing with this orange. Kind of roll it out a little bit. I'm gonna cut that. Alright, so the orange, all I'm doing for the orange, laying it down and just lightly, just giving it a little roll, just kind of lightly. Nothing too tight. I'm gonna pitch it in the center, and I'm gonna stick it right there. The pretty purple, I'm gonna take my end, one end, I'm gonna set that down so you can see. Okay, I'm gonna take this edge, and I'm gonna do a little row. Kind of stop right there in the center. This end, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna roll it, pinch it in the center. Kind of give my little roll right there. I'm gonna take this orange, I'll put it right there in the center. I'll take the other half of my pipe cleaner, go right across the center of this. Hold that up, good little tight twist. And I'm gonna go to my very next little witch leg. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna wrap it around the bottom of her little leg, like right on top of the shoe, around her little leg. And I'm gonna do some good tight little twist around her little leg. Right. Oh, look at that. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to all 8 legs. All right, all of these little purple and orange bundles are now attached to all the legs. Each one, I cut about 8 inches long. If you need to have an idea, each one was about 8 inches long that I cut. So look how colorful. That green with the black, and now the purple and the orange, it all ties in perfectly to the bow that we made. And if you wanted this green, you could even add to your little shoe bundle. I just kind of thought because the legs were already the shade of green, that's why I didn't do it. But y'all, make this as colorful and fun as you want it. All right, now we gotta get all this together. All right, let's get our wreath. Our eyeballs, got the bow. All right, so all of those pipe cleaners that were on here, what we're gonna do is, we don't need those. If you want, because it's this black glitter, I can leave it, but I like to go ahead and clean everything up. So just start wherever your pipe cleaners, just go ahead, do a couple more good little tight twists to each one. Above your last little twist, just use some wire cutters or some sharp scissors, cut off your excess tails, and then it's gonna leave you with like kind of like a little nubbin, little stem right there. All I do, I bend it and I pinch it down into my wreath. So now that's not noticeable at all. So I had 24 on here, 24 pipe cleaners. I now need to do this to all 24 of them. I'm just going to do a couple good tight twists to each one. Cut off above my last little twist. And then I'm going to push that little tail down into the wreath. Okay. Alright, y'all. I'm a visual person. I have to be able to look at it head on. So I've got a clear door hanger right here on our utility door. So all I'm going to do, the wire wreath frame, I'm just going to hook that on there. Alright. So I want to be able to see this. Because of having that opening right there, I could add a lot more mesh to this to make it even fuller and to cover this in. And I may do that, but for you, 1 row of Deco mesh, this is what it's going to look like. Alright, so our little bow bundle, it still has the pipe cleaner on the back of it. So I'm going to use a pipe cleaner to attach it through my Deco mesh. Just kind of push it through the mesh, and I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaners around the mesh. I went right through it and came back out. So now I'm going to fluff this all out. Okay. I can use this ribbon to disguise the little opening right there, and then I can get her eyeballs attached. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I'm not big on hot gluing directly to a wreath. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a pipe cleaner. I cut a piece of the ribbon off. My eyeball. I'm going to hot glue the pipe cleaner to the back of the eyeball. That way, once I get to working, if I don't like how the eyes look, I can move them. They're not like hot glued and stuck. I can adjust them. So, all you can do is hot glue gun, put your little strip of hot glue on the back of it, lay your pipe cleaner right down into that hot glue. I'm going to do a little extra hot glue kind of on the sides, and you can kind of go across it too if you want. And I'm going to take that little strip, that little piece of ribbon, put it across the back of it, and then just glue this to the back of the eye. And that's just going to give a little extra stability to that pipe cleaner in the eye. See? Just like that. So, while this one is kind of drying, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take the back of this eye, a thing of hot glue, and lay the pipe cleaner right down into that hot glue. Just like that. I'm going to take some hot glue, kind of go across it. That, and go a little bit down the sides. And another thing of ribbon that I cut. Lay that into that hot glue. And I'm going to tap it with my scissors. I got too much hot glue running out the back. That's alright, because it's the back. But you know what? This is going to stick. So, like I said, by doing that, these are hot glued to the back. I can now take my pipe cleaners, I can go through the mesh, and I can attach these anywhere that I want. I can just push that through the mesh, and then I can twist it around that mesh, make sure it's good and attached. Kind of show you what I mean. Here's my eye, the pipe cleaners. The mesh, it's got all those little openings. So all you gotta do is just poke your little pipe cleaner tails through any of the openings of your mesh. You know, you can either kind of come over this way too. There. You can also go to the very back of the wreath with it. You know, you do a couple of twist right there just to see, kind of get my placement down. Alright, so see, both of those are attached, and I can adjust them and take them off whenever I want. Alright, now we're going to attempt to get all these legs attached. And remember, you have left legs and right legs. So, I'm going to take a pipe cleaner, I cut it in half. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to twist the pipe cleaner around the top of the little witch leg. Alright, some good tight twist to this. Alright, so you see, I got the little tails. Now I'm going to take the tails and I'm going to wrap it around the top two rings of our wreath, you know, the metal wreath frame. Okay. Outer rings of the wreath, not the Deco mesh, but of the wreath form. And I'm doing some good tight twist. Alright. Alright. There's our first little leg. We may have to make some adjustments. So we're just going to kind of play with this and see what happens. Take your little leg, half of a pipe cleaner. You're just going to twist it around that. Some good tight twist that way it all stays attached. Okay, see, it's wrapped around there. Okay, so now I'm going to come down a little bit. And I'm going to attach it over here. We're just gonna start putting these little legs on here and see how it looks. I'm gonna come down a little bit, and once again, I'm gonna go around the 2 outer rings of the wreath. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's just see. I'm going to wrap around. Alright, I want this leg to be a little bit shorter, so I'm going to go to the 2 inner rings of the wreath. That way it shortens them. So what I'm going to do is, for the very top one, I'm going to attach it with that pipe cleaner to the 2 inner rings. Alright, so twist that on there. Now, I think what I'll also need to do is take a pipe cleaner and attach it around the top outer 2 rings. So I'm just going to wrap it around its little leg, and I'm going to twist this around those outer 2 rings. Holy moly, yes! Sheesh! Ah, that's it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. That is what I needed to do. Y'all, I craft as close to lab as you can get without actually being lab, so bear with me. It still attaches normal. I'm just going to attach it around those 2 inner rings of the wreath form. Alright, another pipe cleaner. I'm going to wrap it around her leg and then to the outer ring, the 2 outer rings of the wreath itself. And then bend that. Yes. Oh, that is what I was missing. Alright, it's just that extra stability of wrapping it around. If this is your first time making a wreath with me, I'm usually a little more together. This one right here is kicking my booty though, I'll tell you that. Trying to figure out the best way with these little legs. Alright, and I always like for my back to be clean and neat so it does not scratch anybody's windows or door. Okay, that looks so much better. Now, I will say too, for the top one, I feel like the top leg, because it's going up so high, needs a little bit more stuffing. So I'm just going to take one of these, and I'm going to add one more bag to it. So you're going to wrap that around the top. Leave out your little tail right there. You want to wrap this around nice and tight. Some good tight twist. Okay, so here is the top and the back side of the wreath. Pull that through. I'm now going to take these 2 pipe cleaners. I'm going to wrap them around the inner 2 rings. Really good, really tight, good twist. And now I'm going to pinch all of that. And I'm going to push it into the wreath. Now that is nice and clean. I can run my finger on there and not snag it. I'm going to take another little pipe cleaner. I'm going to hold its little leg up in the air. I'm going to wrap this around the 2 outer rings and its little leg. And I'm going to pull that nice and tight. Tight twist going around the outer 2 rings and her little legs. I'm going to get all these little legs attached on here, and then we'll just kind of adjust as needed. Oh my gosh, y'all. She is so cute. I'll be honest, I thought this was going to be a quick, easy wreath to make. And the wreath itself, it really was. It's just getting these legs positioned just right, because if not, they're all just going to like hang down. Presley wants me to add a witch hat to her right here. But I feel like there's so much going on. I don't know. But you could make this into a little witch, because Dollar Tree has the cutest little witch hats this year. They have purple and black, and I've also seen black and silver. I've got some tissue paper like shoved up inside of this to keep it upright. to where if you wanted, you could attach a cute little witch hat. It would look cute right there. I just don't know if it's too much. So let me know in the comments if I should add a witch hat or not. So yes, witch hat, or no witch hat. But that is really cute. Alright, I don't know about the hat, but alright, that is it. If you have any questions, whatever, let me know down in the comments. I will do my best to try to answer you, because the legs themselves, to get them to stay up where you want it, can be a little tricky. Use pipe cleaners. Use the pipe cleaners, attach it to the Deco mesh. Y'all, some of these up here, to keep it up, I've got it attached to the wire wreath itself a couple times, and I even have some of it attached to the Deco mesh with pipe cleaners. I love pipe cleaners. I highly recommend using pipe cleaners. Yes, you need hot glue sometimes, but a lot of times I would just rather attach things with hot glue and pipe cleaners. But alright, several more Halloween and a lot of fall DIYs, crafting, decorating, all that stuff coming. So excited. Really quick, I have one kid saying yes witch hat and one saying no. This is without the witch hat. So yeah, because like Riley, he feels like with the legs and the hat, it's kind of a lot. Where surprisingly, Presley liked the hat and the legs. Here is without the witch hat. So that way it gives you an idea of what you think looks best. But let me know too, please. I'm kind of curious if it's, I'm kind of curious what people think. Like, yes or no. But alright, that is it. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.